Welcome to today class of nonlinear vibration. So, today class we are going to study this solution of nonlinear equation of motion by using this incremental harmonic balance method and intrinsic multiple scale harmonic balance method. Also, we may study about the modified Lindstedt-Poincare method, which is also used for the solution of nonlinear equation of motion. So, in our previous classes we have studied many classical methods. So, we have started with the straightforward expansion method, then we have studied this Lindstedt-Poincare method, then method of multiple scales, harmonic balance method, and also we have studied this averaging method. In case of averaging method, we have studied this van der Pol's technique, then Krylov-Bogoliubov technique, generalized method of averaging, and last class we have studied about this Krylov-Bogoliubov-Mitropolsky technique. So, in all these techniques, so we can solve the nonlinear equation of motion of where the nonlinearity appears in a weak form. So, for strongly nonlinear systems, so these methods have to be modified. And today class we are going to study about this incremental harmonic balance method, where one can use this method for both weak and strongly nonlinear equations. So, in case of this incremental harmonic balance method, so here, so let us take the governing equation, general governing equation of motion in this form. So, that is m q double dot plus c q dot plus k q. So, let us take a nonlinear terms which I can write in this form. So, this is a function of k 3 q. So, this is a function of nonlinearity, and then let me put a forcing term which I write in this form f cos n omega t. So, this incremental harmonic balance method was developed by Lau and Cheung. So, this method was developed by Lau and Cheung, CH YK Cheung. So, SL Lau and SL Lau and YK Cheung. So, which was published in the Journal of Applied Mechanics, Journal of Applied Mechanics. So, it is in 1981, volume 48 and 959 to page number 959 to 964. So, according to this incremental harmonic balance method. So, this is a two step method. So, in the first step we use this increment of the variables, and then in the second step we will use this Galerkin method to find a set of equations, set of algebraic equation which we can solve using this Newton-Raphson method or any iterative method. So, in the first step, so we can assume this q, let this q, let me assume this q j 0 and omega j 0 omega q j 0 and omega 0. So, this is the starting point I can take this q j 0 and omega j 0. So, you can start, let us consider this is the jth state of vibration of the system. So, for frequency omega 0, so let q j 0 is the jth state of frequency, or we can assume in other way also. So, let this equation I can assume this is for a multi-degree of freedom system equation or for a single degree of freedom system. So, in case of multi-degree of freedom system, this M will be matrix, mass matrix, C the damping matrix, K the stiffness matrix, and K 3 will contain this nonlinear terms. So, it may be cubic nonlinear terms, and F is a vector force vector, and for single degree of freedom systems. So, this mass, so M will represent the mass of the system, C the damping, K is the stiffness, and K 3 is a nonlinear term, and F is the forcing. So, depending on whether we are taking a multi degree of freedom system or single degree of freedom system. So, one can consider this q j 0 and omega 0 as to denote a state of vibration of the system. So, the neighboring state also in this equation, this first equation, let this is equation number 1. So, we can write this equation by using this non-dimensional time tau equal to omega t. So, in this case I can write that equation in this form omega square m q double dash plus omega c q dash plus k plus k 3 q q. So, this is equal to f cos n tau. So, by using this non-dimensional time tau, so I can write this first equation in this form. So, in the IHB method, that is incremental harmonic balance method, IHB or incremental harmonic balance, I stands for incremental, H for harmonic and balance. So, in case of this incremental harmonic balance method, so in the first step, so I will find the neighboring state, this omega I can write. So, initially I have started with omega 0, the neighboring state I can find by incrementing this by delta omega. Similarly, this q j 0, so I can next stage, this is q j, I can write this will be equal to q j 0 plus delta q j. So, where this j equal to 1 to m, so up to m I can take. So, now by substituting this equation in this original, so in this equation, let this is equation number 2. So, by substituting these 2 in this equation and neglecting the higher order incremental term, so one can write this equation in this form. So, in this case it will be written in this form omega 0 square. So, by substituting this omega 0 plus delta omega, so this whole square. So, if I will substitute, so let me take for a single degree of freedom system, then in this case it will be omega 0 plus delta omega whole square m, and for q double dot double dash. So, I can write this will be equal to q j 0. So, q j 0 if it is okay, q j 0 double dash plus delta q j double dash plus for omega I can substitute this omega 0 plus delta omega, then c, and for q dash I can write q j 0 dash plus delta q j double dash. Similarly, for this thing I can substitute. So, this will be k plus k q. So, if I will take a Doping type of equation, in this case it will be alpha q square into q. So, this term will be equal to alpha q square. So, this q square term I can substitute this q equal to q 0 q j 0 plus delta q j. So, square term, and in addition to that I have to multiply with this q. So, it will be alpha. So, in that case it will be alpha into q square q, that is q cube. So, it will be alpha into q j 0 plus delta q j whole cube. So, this will be equal to alpha, then I can q j 0 cube alpha q j 0 cube, then plus delta q j cube plus 3 into q j 0 square into delta q j plus 3 q j 0 into delta q j whole square. So, in this case I can neglect this delta q 0 cube and delta q 0 square term. So, the remaining term will be alpha q j 0 cube plus alpha into 3 q j 0 square delta q j. So, in general, so if this is a cubic nonlinear term, so I can have, so in this position I can have these 3 into, so I can write these terms in this way. So, this will be 3 k 3 into delta q plus 3 k 3 into delta q. So, if I will or I can expand this equation and I can write in a better way also. So, by expanding this thing I can write k into, for example, in this case of Duffing equation it can be written k into for q k 0 plus delta q j, plus similarly for this cubic nonlinear term it will be, so these terms will be there only. So, it will be alpha into q j 0 cube plus 3 into q j 0 square delta q j. So, this will be equal to, so this term will be written will be equal to f cos n tau. So, now already we know that, so if q j 0 is the present state of this system, then it will satisfy the governing equation or this equation 2, as omega 0 and q j 0 are the current state of the system. So, it will satisfy this equation. So, if it is satisfying this equation, then this term, that is omega 0 square m into q j double dash plus omega 0 c into q j dash plus k into q j 0 plus alpha into q j 0 cube will be equal to f cos n tau. So, the remaining term, by neglecting this higher order increment, so can be written in this form, that is omega 0 square m delta q double dash plus omega 0 c into delta q dash plus k plus 3, I can write this is k 3 into delta q. So, this will be equal to some residue minus 2 omega 0 m q 0 double dash plus c q 0 dash into delta omega q j 0. So, this is j 0. So, we have written j. So, this will be the thing. So, here r is the, r can be written as the residue, that is f cos n tau minus omega 0 square m q 0 q j 0 double dash plus omega 0 into c q j 0 dash plus k plus k 3 q 0 into q 0. So, here for multi-degree of freedom system one can write this q 0 will be nothing but your q 1 0, q 2 0 and q m 0. So, if we will take m degree of freedom system, then this q 0 can be written in this form, that is q 0 will be equal to q 1 0, q 2 0, q m 0, and for a single degree of freedom system. So, this will be equal to q, only one can write this q or q 1 0, and here this delta q also, this is equal to delta q 1, delta q 2 and delta q m. So, this is transpose of this. So, transpose of this. So, here r is the residue, or this is the residual or corrective vector term. So, which will be equal to 0 when the solution, we are having the exact solution. If q is the exact solution, then this residue will be equal to 0. So, this is the first step. So, in the first step we have substitute one increment, that is considering the present state to be omega equal to omega 0 and q j equal to q j 0. Then we did some increment. So, we did increment in the frequency, that is by delta omega, and also in the state of the system q j by delta q j, and substituting this in the governing equation. So, now we have reduced that equation to this form. So, in this second step we will use a Fourier series, or we will use the harmonic balance method. So, in this case, so in harmonic balance method, so we can use this q j 0. So, we can write this q j 0 in terms of the Fourier series. So, we can write this is equal to k equal to 1 to n c, this is cosine terms. So, let n c represent the number of cosine terms. So, it is a j k cos k minus 1 tau plus k equal to, similarly I can write k equal to 1 to n s, n s represent the number of sine terms we are considering. So, that will be b j k sin k tau. So, this thing can be written in matrix form also using the C s into A j. So, where A j are the coefficients or C A j are the Fourier coefficients. So, q j 0 one can write in this form. Similarly, delta q j or delta q j can be written in this form same way. So, k equal to 1 to, so this is n c. So, it will be delta A j k cos k minus 1 tau plus k equal to 1 to n s. So, delta b j k sin k tau. So, this thing similarly can be written using the C s delta A j. So, where the C s can be written, so one can write the C s equal to, so C s is nothing but, so for the first term it is, so by substituting k equal to 1, so this becomes 0 and this becomes, so cos 0 equal to 1. So, this becomes A j k. So, its coefficient equal to 1. Similarly, for the second term, that is k equal to 2. So, one can find this is equal to cos 2 minus 1, that is 1. So, cos tau. So, the coefficient of A j 2 or A j 2 will be equal to cos tau. So, the C s will be equal to then 1, then next term will be equal to cos tau. So, the third, similarly one can find the other terms also. So, this will becomes n c minus 1 tau. So, this is for the cosine terms, and for the sine terms also one can write similarly. So, this will be equal to sin tau, the first term in case of sine part. So, it will be equal to k equal to 1. So, this is, so coefficient of b j 1 will be equal to sin tau. So, this is first term is sin tau, then sin 2 tau, and one can find the last term equal to sin n s tau. So, this is C s. So, one can write this q j 0 using this form, that is C s into A j, and delta q j term also C s into delta A j. So, by using these two, so here A j is nothing but the coefficients. So, A j can be written as A j 1, A j 2. So, it will be equal to A j n c, then it will start with B j 1, B j 2 and B j n s. So, n s is the number of terms in the number of sine terms. So, one can write this way. Similarly, this delta A j equal to delta A j 1, delta A j 2, delta A j n c and B delta B j 1, and last term will be delta B j n s. So, this is delta A j and the first term is A j. So, in this way, so now writing this equation, that is q j 0 and delta q 0 using this Fourier series. So, one can now substitute this equation. Okay. So, one can also this before substituting this equation in the governing equation or the equation what we have obtained here. So, that is equation, let me put this is equation number 4 and let this term let me put equation number 5 and this is equation number 6. So, now this q j 0 and delta q j 0 we can write in this way, and so we can write, so we can by using this A as A 1, A 2, so A m transpose. So, here we have written this C s A j, where A j will be equal to your A 1, A 2, A 3, A m. So, we have taken m terms. Similarly, this is C s into A delta A j. So, now we can write this A equal to this transpose and delta A equal to, so we can write delta A equal to delta A 1 delta A m transpose. So, we can write this q 0 using this form. So, we can write this as S into A and this delta q can be written as S into delta A. So, in this form we can write, so where this S can be written as diagonal. So, this is C s and C s. So, in this form we can write this q 0 and delta q. So, by writing this form, so that is 6, now this I can put it equation 7. So, now using this equation 7 in equation 4. So, we can use this thing in equation 4 and then by substituting this in equation 4 and applying this Galerkin method for a cycle. So, we can write this equation. So, we can obtain a set of algebraic equation. Now, by substituting this equation 7 in equation 5. So, equation 7 in equation 4. So, by substituting equation 7 in equation 4. So, we can get, so this will reduce, this equation will reduce to that of algebraic equation. So, those algebraic equation, by substituting equation 7 in equation 4 and applying Galerkin method over a cycle. So, we will have this equation, that is k m c delta A, this is equal to r bar r m c into delta w. So, this is increment in the amplitude and this is increment in the frequency. So, where this k m c bar can be written. So, we are applying this Galerkin method over a cycle. So, this is 0 to 2 pi. So, this will be equal to S transpose into omega 0 square m s plus omega 0 c s dash plus k plus 3 k 3 into s into d tau. So, using Galerkin method over the cycle. So, in Galerkin method, so if you have a residue, then in case of the Galerkin method, let we have a, so let we have a differential equation. In this differential equation, by applying the admissible function, we will get a residue, and so let R is the residue. So, if by using this residue, and so let me use a weighing function. If I will integrate over a cycle, so it will minimize. So, let over the cycle, let me find it over the cycle. So, in this case it is over this 2 pi. So, if I will put this equal to 0, then I will get a equation which will give me the solution of the equation. So, or this will reduce this equation to its weak form. So, by using this Galerkin method, so I can reduce this equation to its weak form, and in this case also by using this Galerkin method and minimizing. So, I can find a set of algebraic equation. So, here this k m c bar equal to s dash into, so this is the residue part. So, in this residue part, it is this weighting function, that is s is multiplied and it is integrated over the cycle, and one can get this r dash also in this form. So, r dash will be also be 0 to 2 pi s dash into f cos n tau minus omega 0 square m into s double dash plus omega 0 c s dash plus k plus k 3 s d tau a. Similarly, this r m c bar will be equal to integration 0 to 2 pi s dash. So, this is transpose of s multiplied by 2 omega 0 m s double dash plus c s dash into d tau into a. So, here after getting this equation, now the objective is to find this increment delta A and find the next stage of the solution, and when it converges then we get the actual solution. So, the solution process begin with a gauge solution and the nonlinear frequency amplitude response curve is obtained then by solving point by point by incrementing the either the frequency or the amplitude, or one can increment both the amplitude and the frequency, and this in this case one may use this Newton-Raphson iterative method to solve this equation. So, in case of this incremental harmonic balance method, so one follow two steps. So, in the first steps, first one take the state vector and then increment this, and after getting the incremental equation. So, in this incremental equation one apply this harmonic balance method, and using this Galerkin method. So, it reduces to that of a set of algebraic equation which are solved iteratively by using this Newton-Raphson method. So, now there are many modifications of this incremental harmonic balance method also. So, one such modification is carried out by Cheung et al., where they have taken this in this incremental method, they have taken this arc length and they have found the solution. And one more paper one may follow in this incremental harmonic balance method by KY, SJD, SH, Chen and JL Huang, HU. So, this paper is on the incremental harmonic balance method. For nonlinear vibration. So, of axially moving beam. So, here this incremental harmonic balance method is used for a axially moving beam, and this paper is published in this Journal of Sound and Vibration in 281, volume 281 in 2005 and page number 611 to 626. So, there are many other papers are also there on this incremental harmonic balance method. So, some of these papers are, so the first paper is by Liu and Chang, which was published in 1981, already I told. So, the other paper one can check by Y.K. Cheung and S.H. Chen and S.L. Lau. So, in this paper, so it is in 1990, volume 142. So, this is 273 to 86 in the Journal of Sound and Vibration. So, in this paper they have used this incremental harmonic balance method to cubic nonlinear systems. So, for further study one can see another paper by this A.Y.T. Lung and S.K. Chui. So, in this paper this nonlinear vibration of coupled Duffing equation have been solved using this incremental harmonic balance method. This is also published in Journal of Sound and Vibration. So, in 1995, volume 181, 619 to 633. Another paper also one may refer by A. Raghutam and Raghutam and S. Narayan. So, this is published in Journal of Sound and Vibration. In 1999, volume 226, issue 3, this is 493 to 517. So, here this two dimensional aerofoil problem has been solved using incremental harmonic balance method. Also, one may see another paper by A. Ferry. So, here the equivalence of incremental harmonic balance method and harmonic balance Newton-Raphson method has been discussed. So, in this case this is published in this ASME Journal of Applied Mechanics. So, Journal of Applied Mechanics in 1986, volume 53, 455 to 457. So, one can study these papers related to incremental harmonic balance method and use this method for effective analysis of the nonlinear systems. So, next we will study about this intrinsic harmonic balance method. So, in case of this intrinsic harmonic balance method, so we will study about this intrinsic multiple scale harmonic balance method. So, we have started with ordinary harmonic balance method, in which we have used this Fourier series in the governing equation, and by separating the coefficients of the cosine and sine terms, we get a set of algebraic equations which we solve to find the solution of the equation, nonlinear equation. But with increase in the order of the equations or with increase in the number of harmonic terms in the harmonic balance method. So, this method becomes very cumbersome. So, and also we have used this method of multiple scales for solving the nonlinear equation motion previously. So, now in this intrinsic multiple scale harmonic balance method, we will combine these two methods, that is harmonic balance method and the multiple scale method to find the solution of the nonlinear equation of motion. So, let us take the governing let us take a governing equation in this form. So, that is x double dot plus alpha 1 x plus alpha 2 x square plus, let us take this alpha 3 x q equal to 0. Now, so in case of the method of multiple scale, so generally we take a time term, that is T n, which is equal to epsilon n t. So, these are the time scales. So, different time scale, for example, this T 0 n equal to 0. So, this becomes T 0. So, T 0 equal to tau, T 0 equal to t, and T 1 equal to epsilon t, similarly T 2 equal to epsilon square t. So, by using this method of multiple scale, so we use different time scales, and these derivative terms we write in this form, that is d by dt equal to d 0 plus epsilon d 1 plus epsilon square d 2 plus the higher order terms we can write. Similarly, the second derivative d square by d t square we can write equal to d 0 square plus 2 epsilon d 0 d 1 plus epsilon square into 2 d 0 d 2 plus d 1 square plus higher terms we can write. So, here this d 0 is d by d t 1, similarly d 1 d 0 equal to d by d t 0, d 1 equal to d by d t 1, and similarly this d we can write this d n m. So, this is equal to del m by del t n m. So, in this way one can write. So, now by using these terms in the governing equation, so one can use this method of multiple scale to solve this equation, but in case of this intrinsic multiple scale harmonic balance method, we will combine both this multiple scale method and harmonic balance method. So, before applying this harmonic or multiple scale method, let us first reduce this equation, or let us use this bookkeeping parameter to write this equation again. So, by writing this x equal to epsilon x, so one can write this equation in terms of the bookkeeping parameter. Now, substituting x equal to epsilon x, this equation becomes epsilon x double dot plus epsilon into alpha 1 x plus alpha 2 epsilon square into alpha 2 x square plus epsilon cube into alpha 3 x cube. So, in that way one can write. So, taking this epsilon common and as epsilon not equal to 0. So, one can write this equation in this form. So, it will be d 0 square x plus epsilon into 2 d 0 d 1 x plus epsilon square into 2 d 0 d 2 plus d 1 square x plus higher order terms plus alpha 1 into x plus epsilon alpha 2 into x square plus epsilon square alpha 3 into x cube equal to 0. So, by substituting this bookkeeping parameter epsilon, where epsilon is a positive number which is very less than 1. So, by writing or using this bookkeeping parameter, so we can write this governing equation in this form, where we have used different time scales. So, this is the equation 3. I can put this 2 as equation 2. So, in this way I can write the equation. So, now setting epsilon equal to 0, or we can order with different order of epsilon. So, we can write this equation in this form. So, order of epsilon 0, this equation can be written in this form, that is d 0 square x plus alpha 1 x equal to 0. In order of epsilon 1, I can write this is equal to d 0 square x plus 2 into d 0 d 1 x plus alpha 1 x dash plus alpha 2 x square equal to 0. Similarly, order for epsilon square can be written as d 0 square x plus 4 d 0 d 1 x dash plus 2 into 2 d 0 d 2 plus d 1 square x plus alpha 1 x double dash plus 2 alpha 2 x 2 dash plus 2 alpha 3 x 3 equal to 0. So, in this way we can write by different order of epsilon, and now by using this harmonic balance method, so we can write this x equal to the solution x we can write in this form. So, this will be summation m equal to 0 to m. So, let us take m number of terms a m. So, in this case we are, instead of using a constant coefficient, we are using this coefficient which is a function of epsilon or parameter epsilon, then t 1 t 2. If we will take only up to 2 terms, we can write this way, then cos m omega 0 t 0 plus theta. So, theta is also we are writing function of epsilon t 1 t 2 plus this b m. So, this is cosine term, then we can write the sine terms also, b m epsilon t 1 t 2. So, this is sin m omega 0 t 0 plus theta epsilon t 1 t 2. So, here this omega 0 is nothing but the square root of this alpha 1, and so in comparison to our original harmonic balance method, where we have taken this Am and Bm to be constant. Here we are taking this Am and Bm as function of epsilon and the time scales. In case of method of multiple scales also, we have taken this Am and Bm, or we have taken these coefficients as function of different time scale only. So, we have not considered that thing to be a parameter of epsilon, but in this intrinsic multiple scale harmonic balance method. So, we are considering this Am and Bm to be a parameter of epsilon and also function of these different time scales T 1, T 2. So, if you are taking only 2 terms, we can take T 1, T 2, and if you take these higher order terms, then we can take as many terms as we required. So, here this Am can be written. So, by using this epsilon, so we can write this Am equal to Am 0. So, this Am 0 is not a function or is not a parameter of epsilon. So, this Am 0 can be written as, or Am can be written as Am 0 T 1 T 2 plus epsilon Am 1 T 1 T 2 plus epsilon square Am 2 T 1 T 2 plus higher order terms. Similarly, this Bm can be written as Bm 0 T 1 T 2 plus epsilon Bm 1 T 1 T 2 plus epsilon square Bm 2 T 1 T 2 plus the higher order terms. Similarly, this theta m can be written. So, theta m can be written as theta 0 T 1 T 2 plus epsilon theta T 1 T 2 plus epsilon square theta 2 T 1 T 2. So, in this way we have written this Am, Bm and theta m by using this bookkeeping parameter epsilon. So, in contrast to the method of multiple scale, where we have taken only this term. So, this Am was only Am 0, that is a function of T 1 and T 2. Similarly, Bm is a function of T 1 and T 2 and theta m as a constant. Here we are taking these Am, Bm and theta m are function of, or this parameter using this bookkeeping parameter epsilon. Also, in case of harmonic balance method, so these terms Am and Bm we have considered as constant. So, in this intrinsic harmonic balance method, so we are taking this term x to be Am, which is a function of T 1 T 2, that is scaling parameters, and also the bookkeeping parameter. Similarly, Bm is also a parameter, Bm also contain epsilon and the scaling terms, and theta also contain similar way. So, by substituting this equation, this x in the previous equation, that is order of epsilon to the power 0 and higher order. So, we can write this equation in this form. So, where it can be written in this form, that is it will be m equal to 0 to m. So, this becomes m square minus 1 into omega 0 square into a m 0 cos m into omega 0 t 0 plus theta 0 equal to 0, and also this is m equal to 0 to m square minus 1 into omega 0 square b m 0 sin omega 0 t 0 plus theta 0 equal to 0. So, we can find this now for this our particular case. So, we can find this a 0 0 equal to a m 0. So, this will be equal to 0, and also by substituting this. So, for different, so taking different coefficients. So, this is equal to 0. Now, we will equate different coefficient of cos and sin to 0, and we can get these equations. So, in this case we can get this a 0. So, this will be equal to a m 0 equal to 0. Similarly, this B00 will be equal to Bm0. So, this will be equal to 0. So, for m greater than 2, so as the system is autonomous, so we can get this B1 epsilon T1 T2 equal to 0. So, in this way, by getting a set of equations, so now we can solve these equations to find this coefficient A, and after finding this coefficient, so we can find the frequency amplitude relation. So, in this case, so from this equation, so we can get this frequency amplitude relation to be in this form. So, that is omega equal to omega 0 plus 3 alpha 3 epsilon square A square by 8 omega 0 minus 5 alpha 2 square epsilon square A square 12 omega 0 square. So, plus the higher order terms. So, by using this intrinsic multiple scale harmonic balance method also, one can solve different types of nonlinear equations. So, today class we have studied two methods. One is incremental harmonic balance method, which is a two-step method, and also we have studied this intrinsic multiple scale harmonic balance method. So, by using this method, so you can solve a set of nonlinear equations. So, next class we will study about this modified Lindstedt-Poincare method. So, already you know in case of the Lindstedt-Poincare method, so which is extension of the straightforward method. So, it has been modified for the strongly nonlinear systems. So, we will study that modified Lindstedt-Poincare method next class, and also we will study some other methods which are currently used to solve these nonlinear equations. Thank you.